Hello guys, welcome to part 11 of What If Minato Had Adopted Obito. First of all, I want to say that this story doesn't belong to me, so if you want to read the full story for yourself, you can go down in the description to find the link to the original post and read the full story for yourself. That being said, let's get into the video. What If Minato Had Adopted Obito? Part 11. Obito and Rin were running as fast as their legs would manage. His Sharingan was full blast. On full blast, the chakra traces were starting to get more faint, but there was still more than enough to track them with. They were both dying for a break, but Kakashi's life was at stake here. They couldn't risk this given a few seconds. Rin realized exactly where these tracks were leading. Obito-kun, we are about to enter the water country. Obito-kun, we are about to enter the water country. They are taking him to the hidden mist. Obito knew that must be true, but that still didn't make sense. The mist, why did they want him? Aren't they pretty much out of this war? Rin had no idea either, no clue. It doesn't make sense. They have got nothing to gain from taking Kakashi. They don't even know who he is. Obito thought about it. Maybe it wasn't about Kakashi. Maybe he was just a victim of chance. The mist might have been looking for anyone, and Kakashi was just there for the taking. The only thing that makes sense to me. Rin figured that sounded right. She couldn't think of any other reason. If it really was the mist, might not be easy. Kushina screamed at the Hokage. What do you mean? It will be an hour before you can send a team. The Hokage rubbed his temples. I don't like it either, but that's the earliest I can have a team ready. There's nothing I can do with this war going the way it is. I am stressed within as it is. Kushina, I am sorry. Kushina grounded her teeth. She knew he was doing all he could, but that didn't make it any easier. Fine, then send me. Saruto beside you know good and well. I cannot do that. The moment you leave the village, the crowd will know. No, Kushina stopped him. I know. There's nothing you can do. Just shut up and let me let me scared. All right, let me be scared. All right. Just shut up and let me be scared. All right. Sarutobi put his pipe on and closed his eyes and prayed those kids came back alive. Kakashi was stumbling. He felt like he was about to explode. The Mist Ninjas watched as Kakashi did his best to get his bearing. He wasn't even sure what was going on. He remembered that he escaped from the Mist Ninjas and now they were chasing Kakashi. Thought hard. Where was he? What happened last night? Piece of last night slowly but surely started to come back to him. Kakashi was tried to massive pool. They had dragged him beforehand. They looked out at the water in front of him, a massive water circle with three tails, a water creature with three tails. It looked like some kind of turtle. It definitely had a shell. A bunch of meat ninjas surrounded the creature, and one of them walked up to him. They ripped off Kakashi's shirt. They ripped off Kakashi's shirt. Hard to put a seal on you if you got that thing on you. Another was looking over some scroll. Are you sure that this seal will break once we put his body under too much stress? The other one nodded. Of course, we had delivered him back to the leaf, and once he entered, we force him to release the three tails. The leaf will be destroyed. The ninja looked at him and put a hand on his stomach, while another was on the back of the turtle thing. Time to begin. Kakashi screamed in pain, and soon it all faded to black. Kakashi remembered everything, but now he escaped. Wait, no, he remembered that too. He used what power he had to activate his Chidori. The means that he hadn't expected him to have any fighting left. So when he activated his Chidori, he shocked the Mist Ninja. Actually, they jumped away. He couldn't go to the leaf. If he did that, everyone would die. What the hell was he supposed to do? A voice surrounded from above him. Not a bad escape, but I am afraid we will have to knock you out and bring you back to the leaf now. We have got one last chance in this war, and you aren't going to lose it for us. Kakashi was about to fire back when he heard another voice. Fire style, phoenix flower jutsu. A bunch of small fire erupted from the trees, hitting the ninja square in the chest. The ball exploded in a massive wave of fire. Kakashi gave a sigh of relief and mumbled Obito. Rin landed next to Kakashi. Are you okay? What did they do to you? Kakashi was barely able to speak. Tail beast inside me. Rin went wide-eyed. A tail beast inside of you? Why? Kakashi wasn't feeling well. Weak. Seal release in the village. Rin suddenly understood. Don't worry, Kakashi, we will get you to Sensei, and he will stabilize the seal. Kakashi shook his head. No time. Rin screamed at him. Kakashi, we aren't just going to give up on you. Obito jumped down. I think they are backing off a little. How's Kakashi? Rin was starting to try and use her medical knowledge to stabilize him. They sealed a tail beast in him. They want him to release it in the leaf. Kakashi started to cough. Rin, it's not working. Rin was crying. Shut up. Let me work. Kakashi took something out of his pocket and put it on Obito's hand. It's a kunai. Obito, I need you to. Obito couldn't believe what Kakashi was asking of him. Kakashi, no, just let Rin fix you up. You will be fine. Kakashi pointed up to the trees. Obito, look. He looked up to a Mist Ninja in the tree, to which Obito responded by throwing a kunai. The Mist Ninja jumped away and Obito sent a fireball at one who was off in a distance. Kakashi put another kunai in his hand. They wouldn't stop. No time. Do it. Obito held the kunai tight. Rin-chan, can you fix him if I give you cover? Rin wasn't sure. There's so much damage. If gets put under much more tense, he will release the tail beast. Kakashi looked at Obito. Please, I don't want to hurt my friends. Obito looked down at the ground. Rin-chan, step back. Rin was crying. Rin was crying. She knew there was no other choice. She put her hands on her chest. I'm sorry, Kakashi. Obito put the kunai over his chest. Kakashi was smiling under his mask. I'm glad you were my friend. I was happy. Thank you, both, for everything. Tell Sensei and Kushina, same thing. Obito couldn't listen to anyone anymore. He plowed the kunai into Kakashi's chest and it was over. His pulse stopped and his eyes closed. One of the Mist Ninja that Brack just killed out. See, that little punk just killed our secret weapon. Obito growled. He wasn't a weapon. He was my friend. The Mist Ninja scoffed. I don't care who he was. He was a weapon to us, and thanks to you, he is useless. Obito looked up and Rin gasped, Obito-kun, your eyes. Rin showed Obito his reflection in her headband. His eyes had some kind of strange three-pronged shuriken. He had no idea what was happening, but he wasn't going to question it right now. The Miss Ninja was getting irritating. If we are done looking into each other's eyes, I think it's time to finish this. So Kakashi dies in this story. Uh, Obito looked up and him with hard eyes. Before he knew it, the Mist Ninja burst into some kind of black flames. He screamed as the flames scorched him completely, leaving no trace of him behind. The other Mist Ninja was in awe. Our mission's over, and I don't know what the hell he just did. Let's just get out of here, people. Rin looked at her boyfriend to find a small amount of blood leaking from his eyes. He was about to ask him about it when I picked up Kakashi and said in a sad voice, I do not what all this means. I do not know what all this means, but from now, I think we should just get Kakashi's body back home and then figure out what we can. Rin wiped the tears from her eyes and nodded. All she wanted to do was get back to the village at this point. So Kakashi is dead. No. Madara heard the sound of Jetsu approaching and opened his eyes. What do you want, Jetsu? I am very tired today. Jetsu was suddenly very glad he had a good reason for seeing him. Sir Obito Uchiha, the boy we are looking at before, has developed the Mongekyo Sharingan now that caught murderers with attention. How did this occur? Jesu explained that he had been watching the boy's father, but when Obito went chase after his friend, he decided to go and see what was happening as Madara wanted tabs kept on Obito as well. Jetsu finished his story once the Obito killed Kakashi at his request. The eyes of Course appeared. Eyes of Course appeared after he killed one of the Mist Ninja with the Amaterasu. They fled out of tears. Fear fled out of fear. Sir, what does this mean for us? Mother thought for a moment. It means that we tell his father of this new development. Jetsu didn't understand, but why? But understand, but why? What do we stand to gain from that? Madara gave a dark smile. I also want you to tell him the secret of the Mongekyo Sharingan, all of it. What a little punch. We might improve our soldier even more than I ordinarily hoped. Jetsu still didn't like the idea of using Otako. Sir, I know that you don't think I know what I am talking about, but this man isn't the right choice. He's far too risky, and he will truly understand. He will never truly understand Mongekyo, even if we do make sure he cannot go blind from it. I'm telling you, this man isn't the right choice. We should keep searching. Madra was surprised at Jesus' outburst. Because you seem so certain, I will take notes of your concern. Thank you. Jesus bowed. Thank you, sir. That's all. Madra was as his faithful creation left. He had never seen him like that before. It wasn't like him to argue, so he must have really felt Otaku was poor choice. Madara would consider other possibility for his successor for now, but would keep Otaku in mind. Kushina stood at the gate, a village gate, waiting for either the backup team or Obito and Rin. After what seems like an eternity, finally she saw two figures heading towards her. Wait, two? What and what were they carrying? No, it couldn't be. Oh God, no. Kushina ran out to meet them. What happened? Obito placed Kakashi's body on the ground. They were going to use him as a weapon. He asked me to too. Kushina was starting to piece together a bit of what happened, but still wasn't sure all of what transpired. As much as she hated it, they needed to go to see the Hokage. Come on, something tells me you're not going to want to explain this twice, and something tells me I am not going to want to hear this twice. They all began to walk with tears in their eyes and Kakashi's body in Obito's arm. Obito looked at Kakashi. He wanted him to thank you. He said he was glad you are in his life. He said he was glad you were in his life. He said thanks to all of us he was happy. Rin was starting to cry again, and Kushina was wondered how they would tell Minato. Obito simply thought about those he had lost, his brother who he never got to know, his mother who couldn't see her own request now, and now his best friend. He swore that he he would make all of their suffers mean something and nothing would stop him. That's all for part 11. So, to sum it up, Kakashi dies by Obito. Here, Obito unlocks the Mongekyo, and the story will continue with part 12. That being said, if you wanna be notified for part 12, the best way is by subscribing. That being said, I have to see you in the next one. Bye bye.